Good morning, good evening, good day wherever you are in the world. This is Happy Now Hour number 18. Super excited to have two of the core PathDAO team members on. Geston and Claire, can you guys come in?
Hello, hi everyone. I'm Gaston.
Hello, I'm Claire.
Cool. Tell us, so you guys tell us more like about yourself, a little bit more about yourself and your role at PathDAO.
I'll start first. So I'm the guild lead for PathDAO, right? So basically, I oversee all the games that PathDAO takes over that wants the community to play. For example, a few games to name is like Kamaverse, Walken, and in the future we'll have a lot more. Yeah. Uh, a bit about myself. I'm a pharmacy graduate, right? And after 2-3 years working in the corporate sector, I decided to take a leap of faith and join the Web3 community, which is I'm quite passionate about, mostly on gaming, and of course learning about Game Five, which is gaming and finance.
Yeah.
And I'm Claire. I used to do digital marketing, but I'm proud to be here and glad to be in PathDAO's team. I'm actually the game lead for Pets and Walken. Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah. And we'll get to talking about walk-in specifically a little bit later. But Claire, also you do a lot of Twitch and live streaming as well, right?
Yes, I am a streamer on Twitch, so I do play a lot of games. So I stream the games on Twitch for entertainment.
Okay, so like on that, like tell us like a little bit more, like Gueston, I know you're a huge gamer, Claire as well. Tell us a little bit more about like your background like in gaming. Like was there a moment growing up or a game growing up that you played and you're like, I'm hooked? Like, what got you into gaming? Like tell us a little bit more about your background in gaming.
So when I was younger, I used to play a lot of Left 4 Dead and Dota 2 back
Okay.
in college days. So I actually love the competitiveness of the game. So it's always try hard or go home.
I
Yeah, that
like
got
I
me
like
hooked.
that. I like that attitude. And Gueston, what about yourself? Like, growing up, was there a game that got you?
Yeah, for me, I'm unlike Claire, I'm more of a MMORPG player. So I prefer all the grinding, like grinding long hours, whacking monsters, going to arenas. I'm not exactly that competitive. I prefer more of a teamwork because certain games, not gonna lie, that is a bit toxic sometimes. So I kind
Okay.
of stay away from, unless I'm playing with friends that I think that is quite comfortable to play with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and so Claire, like I've actually seen you on Twitch playing Valorant. You
Yes.
like you seem really nice here in person, but like I've seen you play, like you're an absolute killer. Like what games? Yeah, like Valorant, obviously it seems like, but what games are you really into right now?
Besides Valorant, I think now I play some single player games, more of the chill farming simulator,
Okay.
Stardew Valley kind of games. Just not so competitive because you gotta take a break from competitive sometimes. But he got hooked on Valorant as well. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
now,
no. I always see Gueston up. Obviously we're in different time zones. I'm based in San Francisco. You guys are in Kuala Lumpur. I always see Gueston up really late at night playing, and it's like that's a true gamer right there.
Yeah, man, gotta grind and keep up with the young fellas. Yeah.
So what's hot right now, Gueston? Like what are you playing?
I mean, I play Valorant now, trying
Okay.
to up my ranks and stuff. But at the same time, I also play a few of our games in our portfolio, such as Kamaverse, Walken, and also recently started Castle Crush as well while waiting. Yeah.
Very cool. Well, this is a good opportunity because you guys, I can give a little plug for you here because the Path Gill had a great cup for the Valorant Cup, the first one, and you guys have another one coming up. Do you want to share that with everybody?
Yep, absolutely. So the first one was a great success, right? Really,
mm-hmm.
the tournament team did a very good job. We have over 50 teams from 6 different countries in
Wow,
Southeast Asia, ranging from amateur to semi-pros as well. And then we also engage with many Valorant fans through our social pages and live streams, right? So next up will be season two. I think it's starting quite soon from the 23rd July to 7th of August. I think the major difference is that we are putting up a much bigger prize pool of $3,000,
Yeah,
right? And
double the prize.
double the
Yeah.
price, man. So get a sign up, and
So
then
now is the time when people can sign up. This starts on the 27th, right? So
correct.
this is the time leading up, and I was watching the last one. It was awesome. The winners ended up being from Thailand, right?
Yep. The champion was from Thailand, correct? I think.
Yeah, it was some amazing matches. And so will it also be broadcast like the first one was for example, for people that aren't actually playing in the game to watch?
Yep. If I'm not mistaken, the top 8 team playoffs will be broadcasted on our Path Guild Twitch channel.
Okay.
Right. If
Very
any
cool.
audience wanna, have more information, they can check out. I think we're gonna put up the links for them to check it out. Whether they want to register, get a few friends, form up a team, and play
have
together.
fun.
Yeah.
Just have
Okay,
fun.
so this might seem like a bit of an amateur question, but since I got the pros in the house right now, like how many games can you be like really into like at once, right? Like so for example, if you're playing like if you're preparing for this Valorant Cup, like Claire, you got to be practicing like all the time for that. Is it possible to be hooked on like 2 or 3 games at once, 4 or 5? Um,
I think you can. I'm not too sure because like I play a lot of games. Like
yeah.
Walken is fun, and I play a little bit of Kamaverse as well. Castle Crush a little bit, and then like all the big games, like big names like Dota 2 and Valorant. It just kind of depends on the mood actually. But when you get into the game, you get competitive. Like I get
Yeah.
competitive. Yep.
Yeah, I think everyone has like a main game. Like let's say Claire is mainly on Valorant. Then the
Okay.
other sides, right? If I have only time for Valorant, I'll just play Valorant, right? If not, then I'll play the other games as well.
Yeah, maybe like you have one mobile game, one PC game,
Mhm.
when you need a break from something.
Correct.
Yeah, very cool. Well, hey, let's go ahead and give out the first Game Street code tonight. I know we got a lot of Game Street members listening. So the first Game Street code, Geston, do you want to give it out?
No, I'm good. You guys can give it out.
Okay,
I
so
kind of forgot the code.
okay. First code is going to be Pathverse. So Pathverse is the first code. And for the second code, you guys got to listen almost to the end. So we got a cool happy hour today. Obviously, Geston and Claire are in the house right now. You guys, Claire, you just mentioned two projects we're going to talk about tonight, like more in depth, which is Walken and Castle Crush. But I know you guys are in the scene, right? So like what games are you really excited about? Like in 1 or 2 years from now, like what could you see yourselves yeah, where are you going to be? What are you going to be playing? Like what's hot that's coming down the pipeline?
I think if Web3 have an FPS game that is as well made as Valorant, I'll play it. Right?
Okay.
5v5 battle royale style.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, I think the next FPS coming out should be Delirium and also Nyan Heroes. Yeah.
Yeah, there's gonna be some good stuff. Delicium, the graphics on Delicium are absolutely amazing.
Yep. We're kind of looking forward to it. And to be honest, I'm more looking forward to a MMORPG Web3 game. I think coming up should be big time, and also one of the most hyped one would be Ultiverse. Recently, we just had AMA with them, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Really looking forward to it.
Ultiverse is very interesting too.
Yep.
Yeah, no, and again, amazing graphics. I grew up playing like Halo, right? And like I remember when Halo came out, and that was like such a step up in graphics. And now you're seeing these projects you mentioned, big time Ultiverse, all projects that like I'm proud, to say that PathDAO, has partnered with. But also projects that are all on different timelines. What I think excites me right now is some of these newer types of projects, right? Claire, you've talked about it a couple times today already. So when I woke up, it's early here, I'm in California, but when I woke up this morning, Claire, what was the first thing I did on my phone?
Turn on your Walken, guys.
Yeah, I had to go do my competitions. Hey,
Actually,
so let's
they were pretty cute.
Yeah. let's talk about Walk-In, but let's play a promo trailer for Walk-In for people right now that are listening that might be hearing about it for the first time. So this is a new PathDAO partnership called Walk-In.
Now is the best time to become more active. Grab your Cathlete and lead it to victory. Gamify your activity, walk to earn gems, upgrade your Cathlete, and win competitions to earn tokens. With Walk-In, every step counts. Dive into a world where the benefits from your everyday activity go far beyond health. Stay healthy, stay crypto.
Very cool. Well, we had Walk-In. It's Justin, do you want to give an introduction to Walk-In? Like, how would you just, it's a move to earn project, but do you want to give a quick rundown for someone who's hearing about it, who's just seen that video for the first time?
Yeah, sure. I think Walker is trying to, promote a healthy lifestyle, right? I mean, most of us gamers will be just sitting at home, playing game on mobiles and PC. But I think Walker did a good job that, besides battling, you need to walk, right?
Yeah.
The steps do count, right, up to a certain extent. So I think to me, it's more like a social game. I think from PathDAO, we are trying to also do like physical event using Walker, all under planning, right? I think it's a good way to build up a community. Yeah.
Yeah. No, for sure. I think it's so interesting. The way I try to explain it to people is that, like Claire, as you know, like in gaming, like your character needs energy, right? So like in order to build up that energy, you actually have to physically, go out and walk. I think it's one of these games really that's going to bring a lot of people like into Web3, right? It's a game that's like pretty easy to introduce to people, and it really catches their attention. I found it also when I was signing up, the ease of signing up, it like was a really like seamless process. And what was cool about it is that just for signing up, it's not an NFT level, but you get like a free, Cathlete.
Yeah.
Can you guys like? I think everyone's kind of proud about their Cathlete, right? Or their Cathletes that they have. Like, can you guys tell me about like your Cathlete?
I have a few cats for
Okay.
myself. Yeah. But the thing is, I think it's a very simple game, right? I think anyone can play this game. You just turn it on and then you will upgrade your little cats. So yeah. But the thing is, you also buy like skins.
Yeah.
So it looks more personalized on
Okay.
your cat. Yeah.
Yeah, the cats look pimp with their equipment.
Gaston, do you have a couple cats also, or?
Yeah, I do. I'm holding a few of the higher tier one legendary, one epic, and few uncommons.
Nice.
Right. Technically, we are not holding it. I'm just waiting to give out to the right person. For
Okay.
example, we've been hyping Game Street a lot. Maybe when you reach diamond, I'll give you one legendary, but so far nobody's done it yet. Maybe
Yeah.
throughout the time we'll start slowly releasing them. For now, we're just safekeeping it then.
Now,
Right.
what I noticed, so I have a couple cats also. And what I noticed is that when you have a couple cats, there's actually like a gem multiplier on there.
Yes, correct.
Do you want to talk about that a little bit and just explain that?
Yeah, so about the gem multiplier, the more cats you have in your account, the more multiplier it is. So basically, if you have 6 cats, you are 2.5 times, like if you walk more, and then you will just times more steps on it. So
And that's
right
the
now,
limit. No more.
yeah,
No more than
you
6.
just get more. So 1,000 steps equals to 1 gem.
Okay.
So yeah, the more you walk, the more gems you get, and you use the gem to upgrade or level up your cats.
But now it's important to remind people, because I've had a couple people that I've signed up, right? Like Gueston, I'm sure you've had this too. You sign someone up, they start walking, they receive the gems, and then they go, "Oh, there was competitions too."
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
there's both, like, Claire, do you want to explain this? There's both, gems, which are like an in-game currency, and then
Right?
also walk-in, which is their token.
Yes. So the gems is an in-game token, and then the walk-in token you can only get when you battle with your cats in the competition.
Mhm.
So if your cat is level 6, I think all the NFTs that we have that we send out for members account
Okay.
are all level 6. So you participate in the League 4. Yes. So once you participate in League 4, then you get a specific amount of walk-in token. We call
Mhm.
it the walk-in token. But when you use you can either sell it on the market or you can use it to level up your cat.
Yeah. Or like you were saying, buy those skins or those accessories, hats,
Yeah, you
shoes.
can also buy skins in the marketplace on the app
Yeah.
itself. This is what I love about walk-in. It's like everything is in the app. It's very friendly towards new players. Yeah.
So, like, I'm totally new. I don't understand walk-in whatsoever, right? I sign up for an account, and by signing up, I get a cathlete. In the same time, I apply to be a Path gamer, to be part of the walk-in gaming group. Can I have both of my cathletes? How does that work?
So if you have a personal account and you sign up for a gamer account from PathDAO, you cannot operate two accounts on one device because that
Okay.
will trigger the multi-device ban from the
Okay.
game purpose. You can play two accounts with two devices, two separate devices. Yes.
Okay. And so, like, when like a gamer is maybe using one of the Path DAO NFTs, right? They're part of this group. They're in the program. Like we're saying, they're receiving the gems from walking and the walk in from the actual competitions. Do they receive part of the walk-in tokens? Do the gems, like, do they receive the gems, or are they just encouraged to use that to level up to get to the higher level competitions?
Okay, so this one, the gem usage, right, is 100% theirs. Whatever they earn on the gem is theirs. So how they want to use it, they can. They should use their gems if they decide that they want to invest into the cathlete, make them level up.
Yeah.
Then you should add it on the gem because the usual bottleneck is the walk-in token, right?
Okay.
I think to get to level 6 to 7 takes you about
210 walk-in.
210 walk-in. That's quite a lot, right?
Quite a lot.
Yeah, with our management system, good that is that it's immediately split, right? So I think some of our gamers would know, even though it's written like League 4 is 1.03,
Yeah.
right? But it's straight split to 0.515. So everything is the gamers. They can decide how they want to do it, right? They can level up their level 0 catalyst, and then maybe if they decide to sell at level 6, or they can keep it, right? When they're using their free ones, they
Yeah.
will get 100% of their earning, right? Because
Okay.
that does not belong uh to PathDAO, right? At the same time, if they decided that they want to buy more NFT, they can also transfer it to their gamer account, right? And then it is 100% earning on them, right? Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. It's just such a cool. Sorry. Go ahead, Claire.
Yep, agree with what he said.
Yeah. No. It's such a cool. It's such a cool project, and I've been keeping, we started a new channel just for walk-in in the PathDAO Discord. I've been jumping in there a little bit. A lot of people are talking. I was actually in the walk-in Discord the other day. It's interesting because, Gaston, I've had a similar experience kind of immediately, where I think it's a game that really promotes like healthy living and active lifestyles. So, in the morning when you do like get up and mentally, you got to do your competition, right, Claire? You got to use your steps from the night before, but it also sort of holds you accountable. Hey, I need something from the store. I think I'll just walk now instead of like getting in my car, having to double park, only going a couple minutes away. Now it's like, okay, I get that reward. I'm actually gonna, do the trip myself.
Yeah. Do
And
you cycle?
I'm sorry.
Do you cycle over there?
Yeah, I cycle, but I haven't used it yet when I've been riding. I've seen some people are using it in the Discord channel. Some people were talking about they were using it on their bikes. what I thought was interesting is and this is another thing. You know, I'm a competitive person, Claire, right? Gueston, you're a gamer. Like Claire, what kind of numbers are like some of the PathDAO gamers doing right now, like in walking? Like, you know,
All
I've
right.
been trying to average 10,000 steps, but sometimes I find that hard, you know?
But actually, I have compiled some data today,
Okay.
and there is some members that are doing 20K steps a day.
Wow.
Yes, yes.
Averaging.
No,
A
that's
few,
the highest.
the
A
highest
few of
ones,
them.
a few of them. And also, I think averagely people will get 8K steps in.
Okay.
Yeah, averagely for the ones that are active right now in our.
Gueston, you're playing a lot of games. How much are you walking?
I think it's about 5 to 6,000. Yeah,
Okay.
not a lot. I know some of
This
our
this
viewers
might
are
be the only game that I could beat you in. But if I'm racing one of those legendaries, I don't think I would win. So
Yeah.
when a PathDAO gamer becomes part of the walk-in group, do they receive like one cath lead or do they receive more than one cath lead?
Let's talk about rarity. We
Okay.
have like common, uncommon, rare, epic, and then legendary, right? So for right now, PathDAO is actually giving out at least 2 cats, which is one uncommon and one common to
Wow.
each of.
Okay.
Yeah. Then they will have the multiplier of 3 catalysts and above.
Okay, that's
And
big.
yeah. And then they were able to farm more gems and level up their whichever catalyst that they want. But preferably the one I would suggest to upgrade the one that is the free NFT that is in your account.
Yeah.
Because the profit sharing is 100% belongs to the gamers themselves. Yeah.
And again, just as we were saying, you get it, it's level 0. You have to get it up to level 6, right, for it to be your NFT.
To be a full-fledged NFT, yes.
Yeah, and Claire, like as you were saying, it takes not only steps, but it's going to take quite a bit of walking as well. So in the competitions, just so like to go over it, like the cathletes have like 3, would you call it strengths? Like strength, stamina, and speed, correct?
Correct.
So do you want to explain that? Because like, some people I know were just entering the competitions and didn't really understand, how that worked.
So each cat have their own highest strength. I mean highest stats. So if your stat is high on strength, you should go to the competition where it says for strength. So for that, then you will compete against. You will have a better chance of winning. Yeah. So choose the highest stats to battle in.
Yeah, I think what happens in the game is that if, for example, I have high speed, I will choose the competition that highlights the speed. I think they put more weightage in that particular stats versus others. Like sometimes, let's say I have a cat with 50 speed, I accidentally press stamina, so I will lose to someone even though if they have only 30 speed and maybe 40 stamina because the weightage are different in these competitions.
Yeah, I've had a couple competitions where, because I feel like I have a good feel now where when the competition starts, I know more or less, okay, how I stack up. But I've had 1 or 2 times where it's almost like you feel robbed or it comes down. It's really close at the end.
So, but stats matters as well.
Yeah.
Because like I think if you battle, for example, you battle with a rare with another rare, stats are almost the same. So your stats of the cat are almost the same. So you have to, if you want to win, walk more.
Okay, so right now, I don't know if you call it a clan, a group, but our path walkers. What kind of numbers, like how many people do we currently have walking right now? And then we're obviously going to be growing that still, right?
The amount of people that we have right now is about 200. Yeah, 200 right now.
Okay. Cool.
Walkers, 200 walkers. But we will be deploying more soon. So
Very cool.
yeah, we will be trying to get more people in.
Okay, so Guestin, this is the chance, right? Someone's listening. They're like, "Oh, I can do that. I walk all the time." What are the steps? What do they have to do?
They can go to our PathDAO Discord, right? I think it's discord.gg/PathDAO, right? Then you enter our main Discord, right? For the gamer, we have a separate Discord, so you need to look for an application category, and then they have apply to be a Path gamer. So when you go
Okay.
in, you just need to find another application that links you to a form, and then just fill out the forms, right?
And
And then
do you guys see different types of people signing up for these opportunities than, for example, a more traditional Web3 game? I guess you can't say anything's traditional because it's all new, but it just seems like this is something that's really going to attract a lot of new people.
I have a lot of new friends. They are not into Web3, but when I introduce them about Walken, they are, oh my god, this game is so cute and you can earn money too. So they all started. I have like 10 plus friends. They are just interested to have Walken into their gaming, their gaming options.
Yeah, I've had a similar experience where I've used it to introduce a couple people to, crypto gaming, right? Because these are people that, they don't have like a MetaMask wallet. They don't really understand all of this stuff. I tell them, I'm like, okay, the hardest part is going to be you need to get a piece of paper and a pen to write down your seed phrase.
Yes.
And they say, oh, I can I just take a screenshot of it? And it's like, no, that's like exactly what you don't want to do. And they said, oh, well, why don't you take a screenshot it and text it to me? And it's like, you got to explain to them the security issues. But other than that, like the ease of signing up for walk-in, I think is something that lowers so many barriers to entries for people coming in. So
Absolutely.
Claire, we got the gossip on Justin with steps. What kind of numbers are you doing?
I am doing about 6,000
Okay.
on average. Because to be honest, I am very I like to stay at home a lot, but as you mentioned, if I gotta go get groceries, I will walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think anyone with an animal, with a dog, for example, they're at a clear advantage because they, have to go and walk the dog every day. And what was interesting when I was in the walk-in Discord the other day, there was a number of people that do food deliveries, and those were the people that were getting like 20, 30,000 steps a day, like every day, which was like, wow. After doing it a little bit, you realize, what it takes to get like 20,000 steps in a day is not an easy feat.
Yeah, they will have to run for 2 hours, I think, about average. But 20,000, if some of our members can do it, well, I guess they are very active and I'm super proud of them.
So one thing we talked about is needing walk-in, the token to level up. Claire, do you want to share with everyone what's coming up in the next days? Because there's actually a real good opportunity for people to collect, to like bring in that walk-in.
Oh, so we were updated a few days ago that we have this double earning event coming up. All right. So everyone will get a double reward. So if you are earning 1 token, you'll get 2 token on the day. So it's
Yeah.
only 5 days. So it's starting tomorrow, 13th of July till 18th of July.
So
Yeah.
that's like double motivation to just like get out there and
start walking, man.
yeah.
Start walking and start grinding
Yeah.
your walking.
Now it's
You should-
only walk-in though, it's not gems, right?
No, it's walk-in token, yes. It's not
Okay.
the gem.
So I'm doing pretty good on the walk-in token now. I think I'm getting better at the competitions in terms of choosing my stuff right. But then yeah, the gems every day you're like, I want to get more gems. I want to get more gems.
Mm-hmm.
Very
Gems
cool.
Gems are, I think it's unlimited, so you can get as much as you can in a
Well,
short period of time. Yes.
I really appreciate you guys coming in and talking with us about walk-in. I think, like Claire, one of the coolest things about it is that really we're just starting here, right? Like, who knows? They've obviously they've announced now that they're going to be doing a breeding program. I think that's going to be coming up even by the end of next week. There's so much going on with walk-in, so you'll have to come back and like give us an update, a couple months from now. See how all of our walkers are doing, and yeah, give us an update of where everything's at, because the project's moving really fast.
Of course, of course. So,
Cool.
oh, one more thing. So, whoever there is a gamer in PathDAO right now, which is under the walk-in program, good luck and have fun. So, but we will have a very exciting project coming soon as well. It's called Genopets. So that will be under my lead as well. And I will be prioritizing people who are active on Walker. So keep in touch, everyone.
Makes sense.
Yeah, Genopets, they actually came on for an AMA a while ago. Genopets is a really cool project as well. And yeah, it's the same type of concept, move to earn. So we're going to be, not only the coolest, gaming guild out there, but also the fittest.
The fittest of them all.
Yeah, Claire, you have to come back in the future and maybe do some, stretching exercises. We want to make sure that none of the gamers are, pulling any muscles or hurting themselves. Going from very little walking to all of a sudden trying to get, because we got a competitive group. We don't want people, going out there the first day and trying to do 20,000 steps and, pulling a hamstring.
Of course, we will have more events coming up soon.
Yeah. Cool. Well, Claire, thanks so much for joining us. Geston, you're gonna stick with us, right? Because we got a big. So PathDAO recently announced like our biggest investment to date that we've ever made, $500,000. I mean, that's that's some big money, right? Our team sees so many projects, right? And we're invited in on these projects, really on like the seed levels, on like the private levels. And this project was something that like we're throwing all these projects, but not a lot of them really, I think, stand out or catch the attention. And this project really stood out. I'm going to bring in one of the head investment guys as well, but let's watch the trailer right now. I'm talking about Castle Crush. I've been playing this a bunch. Let's play the trailer, and then Geston will bring in Matthew and we'll talk about it.
Sure.
Build, forge, battle 1.5 million people around the world in Castle Crush. Mint, own and trade rare and powerful NFT minion and spell cards. Build your deck, battle with your enemies, climb the competitive ladder and prove your worth. Castle Crush players will enter the Ascended tier, allowing them to own NFT cards and earn cryptocurrency for winning battles. Upgrade your cards to the Ascended tier or mint them by buying chests. Buy, trade and sell your cards, or battle and earn Ascension crystals with your NFTs. Ascension crystals can be spent on new cards or traded on the open market. Build the ultimate collection, rise to the top of the league, and earn the ultimate prize. Follow us on Twitter and visit castlecrushgame.com for more info.
Hey, Matthew.
Hey, Chris. Hey, Geston. How's it going?
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, pleasure to be here.
Man, so obviously that trailer's really cool. I've been obsessed with the game for at least a month now, since we did an AMA with them, and Matthew, I was preparing for the AMA, so I obviously went in, downloaded it. For everyone listening, it's free to play. You can go download it right now. But a big warning, it should come with a, Geston, addictive, right?
Exactly. Do not play right before you're about to sleep, I think is the right tagline there. It's very dangerous. Very dangerous.
So, let's just kick it off, like, Matthew. Like, again, I said it from the start. This is the largest investment that PathDAO, has ever made, like, up to this point. 1.5 million players, around the world already. I think it's like over 200,000 active monthly players. This is a really different type of It's a different type of investment though, right, Matthew? Because, this is a game that's existed, I think, for 6 years now, and they're integrating NFTs into it, right? They have the gamers, people have downloaded it. It's not something that they're launching or just starting. Can you talk to us just about like that, and how as an investor, like that really like caught your eye as a big opportunity?
Yeah, for sure. I think, yeah, to start off, like you said, really insane sort of metrics for an existing game, right? 1.4 million monthly active users, 200,000 daily active users. So that's really crazy. You have a ready base of players who are, loyal to the game. It's been out 6 years, but there's still so many people playing it, right? So they've clearly done something right over there. And it's sort of really proven game loops, easy to understand and pick up. But I think as you go along, you see more and more cooler cards that you want to own in the game. And then you sort of spend more money, you get more caught up in the game, and it becomes, all you play. As I found out in the past, couple of months, unfortunately or fortunately. But yeah, I think, and it's of course made by Wildlife Studios as well, right? A really sort of top tier Web 2 studio, a traditional game studio. They know what they're doing in the free to play space. And they've clearly done really great games before. So yeah, I
Yeah,
think to us that really
60
made it.
million, 60 million total downloads for
Yeah,
Wild.
yeah. I think their total, I think 60 games, 1 or 2 billion downloads total. So yeah, I mean, for us that really made it a no-brainer, and happy to support.
Yeah, very cool. So Guestin, like I think Matthew hit it on the head. Like it's a pretty addictive game. Do you want to talk about like your experience like playing this, and kind of like now, like again, like we have an established game, an established group of gamers playing it, and they're integrating NFTs in. It's a pretty different approach than like when we were talking with Claire about Big Time or games like Illuvium.
Yeah, I think it's quite fascinating that Web2 game wanna explore the Web3 space, right? And I think Wireless Studio has done such a great job on Web2, free to play games, and then when they convert to the Web3, they already have a very big player base, right? And that will also attract more players to come in, and you can always test it out as free to play, right? And that's a very good concept. I got hooked onto it. I started a few weeks back, tried to grind my way up. I'm at Castle 5 now. Hit a wall, I would say, right? And it takes up quite a lot of time, every 3 hours you log in, press a chest, right? Yeah, the grind is real.
It's always Guestin. I love it because I relate to what you're saying so much. It's one of those games where I just say to myself, "Okay, Matthew, one more game, and then I'm going to quit, right?" And then I'll win the next one, and I'll be like, I can get right to that next level. Guestin, I got up to Castle 5, which I'm really proud to say. And then I think immediately got spit back out. So I got above 1400, and then didn't stay there for very long. But yeah, it's a fun game, and what's interesting is it's as you're saying, free to play, and it's pretty natural to play. I remember I was playing it a couple weeks ago, and a friend's little sister wanted to play the game, right? And she's young, I mean, a couple years old, but she intuitively, got the game. It's a pretty natural. Someone can step up and get hooked really easily, and then be playing, quickly at a pretty high level. So Matthew, you probably know more about this than we do. So they've announced these NFTs. We had them in for an AMA, right? And the NFTs got pushed back just a little bit. I know that they were like working out some stuff, but the NFTs are actually going to be opened in a couple days, right? I think in a week from now, and then the game's going to be playable in August. Can you talk to us a little bit more about like the next steps, like in Castle Crush?
Yeah, so I think what you said is right. So the NFT chests, which were sold at the beginning of this month, those chests will be available to be opened towards the end of this month, and they will be playable in game sort of mid-August. So I think that's the timeline we're looking at, from the devs. I think they've been working really hard to get us up and running for all the players. I think we're in constant communication with them, and they are of course really excited for everyone to play. And they've been working the absolute hardest to get it set up. So I think on that front, it's sort of waiting for them to set up the system for the NFT card integration and the rental system for the guilds and stuff like that. And then we can start to play the game, I think. But yeah, so for us, we're excited to get this going as well. Can't wait to get people in playing the game, people from Web 2 as well. And once that system is set up and we get more information, it's going to be a full steam ahead on that front, I think.
Yes, I think you just hit on something important, right? It's like getting people from Web 2 as well. This game has been out there for a while. So there's, some more traditional gamers, Matthew, right, that have been, guests and that have been playing this for years. Do you guys see this also as a tool to bring those types of traditional gamers, for example, into like a guild, like Path?
Correct. I think, yeah, this really hits the principle of PathDAO and what we think Web3 gaming should be. So, I mean, our motto is, bringing millions to the metaverse, right?
Mhm.
And I think this game really achieves that by bringing in, the Web2 traditional players in. Not just because it's based on an existing game, but also because the way they design the NFTs. So the NFTs are sort of an end game like collection that they've set up. So it's sort of like extra powerful cards and sort of like an extra end game. So really the people who would most likely buy them and use them would be those top tier players who've been playing it for so long already. And they want the best cards, right? So they are going to get these NFT cards in. And I think to us, that really feels like you're bringing in the best players from Web 2 into Web 3. And that's what we're really excited about.
Gaston, what's your take on it? Obviously, again, it's a game that's been around for a while. So, do you see, for example, with Walk-in, like we're attracting new people into the group? Like, do you see kind of like the same for Castle Crush, but with traditional gamers?
Yeah, I do. Especially, Castle Crush is quite similar to one of the popular game called Clash Royale, right? So
Yeah,
I think a lot of people who, traditional gamers have heard about play to earn, right? But they may not be interested on the games that are currently playable. But with, Castle Crush, it may attract more different gamers to come onto Web3,
yeah.
right? So I agree, 100% with Matthew as well. It's the best vehicle we have to bring in more Web2 people into the metaverse.
Matthew, one thing that we were talking about Walk-in before this, right? And like one of the things I kept mentioning is the ease of like signing up. Let's talk about Castle Crush, right? Like, signing up was pretty easy when I started it, but now that there's going to be an NFT integration in there, do you know a little bit more about like how that's going to work?
Yeah, so I don't know the exact mechanics, but from what I understand from the devs, they are going to make it a simpler onboarding process for Web 2 players to sort of onboard onto Web 3. I think they mentioned sort of a custodial wallet solution,
Okay.
meaning it's sort of built into the game. You don't have to connect an external wallet. But I think they're probably in the midst of integrating that, and we shall see once the game actually goes live with the NFT version what that actually looks like. But I
And
think it should be easier than what the current onboarding process is.
okay. And is Castle Crush on Avalanche?
Yeah, that's right. They're on Avalanche.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then like with Walk-in, for example, like Walk-in is on Solana.
Mm.
Like, what's your guys' experience been like, Gaston? Maybe it's a good question for you, but like, what's your experience been in terms of like, with our gamers, right? Is it hard for them to be having all these different wallets? Like, can you just talk maybe about that process a little bit?
Yeah, sure. I think let's just talk more about Walken, right? It is based on Solana network. So technically means you need a wallet that is Solana based, right? And MetaMask doesn't support Solana based
Yeah.
wallets. So the wallet that we are using is Phantom Wallet, right? We'll be creating a guide. Claire is working on it. So
Okay.
I think in Walken we have a lot of guides on how to create Phantom Wallet or even how to key the seed phrase in the Phantom wallet that we gave for our Walken gamers into the Phantom wallet, and then they can send out the tokens out. And I think on Avalanche, we are able to use MetaMask, right? So for Web3 people, it will be easier, right? MetaMask is a well-known wallet that almost Web3 people will be using, right? So if they're using a custodial wallet, I'm not sure how they're going to do it. I know some games is that when you create a registration with them, they create the seed phrase together, right? So
Okay.
you just need to import the seed phrase to MetaMask. Yeah, but we're gonna see how they do it. I think if let's say when Castle Crush is live and then it's still a bit tough for Web2 to take it up, I'm pretty sure we can do a guide for them, right? We are pretty good guide makers in PathDAO, so we don't have to worry too much about that.
Okay, cool. Now, so right now in Castle Crush, like you earn gems and then you own like the coins, right? Like once the NFTs are integrated in, like how is that? Is there going to be just like a third like token or how is that going to change?
Yes, so there will be a third token. It's called the ACS token.
Okay.
So that's sort of earned when you use your NFT cards in game and you win using those cards. And of course, there are multipliers for things like leaderboard rewards, tournament victories, things like that. So yeah, I think gems and coins will sort of be separate. For anyone who's free to play as well will earn those. But if you have the NFTs, then you earn the additional currency, which is the ACS. So it's pretty separate.
This might be like a pretty specific question, but like like once we roll this out like to our gamers, are like the gamers, would they actually be able to mix like maybe cards that they have like with cards that they are given like from the guild?
That's a very good question. I think in principle, yes, that should be separate. Sort of whatever it's lent to the player, you sort of get like a profit sharing, like how it normally is in games,
Okay.
from those cards. But if you own the other cards, then you get all the rewards from those cards.
So kind of like when we were talking about walking a little while ago, like so like if you're earning gems like in the game, like that in-game currency like goes most likely to the gamer. But for
Yes.
example, like with the token, that's where like you do a split.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah.
Okay. When it like okay, here's another question. Sorry. Got a lot of questions, you guys. Walking takes a lot of time, right? Like you got to put in a lot of time every day. Like Gueston, on games like Castle Crush, like how much time does a gamer like need to put in? Like, they've received a spot for us, in our Path Gamer team, right? Like how much time do they need to be putting in each day, like playing this?
At this point, I don't really know. Without the token, without the NFTs, I probably play like every 3 hours, right? When one chest is off, I'll just go in, play a few rounds, until at least I win one time. And maybe at night I'll grind a bit more. I think it depends. At the current state, it depends on how far you want to climb, right? But when the token comes out, we definitely need to know what's the mechanics, right? Would there be energy? Or let's say one card can only be used one time of the day, 2 times a day. Yeah, we really don't know. So until that comes out, we can't give you a clear answer, unfortunately.
And like,
Yeah.
do you see like gamers like within our group, are they taking on like 2 or 3 games? You think, for example, like walk-in and Castle Crush is something that you really could be doing together. Um, probably not good to be playing as you're walking. You got to observe your surroundings and look out for cars and bicyclists and other things. But, do you see like some overlap like in the groups within like the community?
I think definitely there will be some overlaps, but of course, don't walk and play Castle Crush, right? Maybe you walk for a bit and then you're tired. You can sit down on a bench, play one round of Castle Crush, and then keep walking. Yep, I think it would definitely be integrated. Like I've seen like our Kamawas gamers take up Walken as well. Kamawas also play like one match probably 2 to 3 minutes. So Castle Crush is also a 2 to 3 minutes game. That's what I love about it. We don't need to grind. Like Valorant and Dota 2, you need to sit 30 minutes to 1 hour just on the PC. Can't do anything else, man. It's just full focus on one game.
Now, Gueston, I see you mentioned Karmaverse. I see it mentioned. It's talked about nonstop, obviously, in the PathDAO Discord. What do you think like attracts so many like gamers to this project?
I think at this point, Kamawas also was it looks like another Web2 game, right? Which has very in-depth game mechanics, right? For now, like Kamao's initially we started off with just a main skill and passive skills. Then
Yeah.
recently, before season 1 ended, they added talent. So we need to grind, buy some knots to upgrade our talents. And recently, I think they just announced a balancing patch to help out, certain skills may be overpowered, right? I think the developers are hearing the feedback from the community, and they're doing a good job, right? And definitely come out. I mean, there's not many good Web3 games at this point. We are still waiting for the big ones, the AAA Web3 games to come out. I think so far, Come On Wars is quite fun, grinding the leaderboard. Yeah.
And is that one of like our most popular games, you think, within the community? Or obviously we have a big Valorant community now as well. What do you think I guess maybe I won't put you on the spot and say one, but sort of a couple of the most popular programs right now that people are signing up for?
I think at this point, Walken should be the most popular one because it requires less grinding, right? You just need to
Okay.
walk. For example, we need to walk to the office every day, to and fro the mall. It takes up a lot of steps already, right? It's a might as well kind of game. But
Yeah.
Kamamas is you need to, focus, play for the 2-3 minutes. So Walken might be the most popular, but I'm pretty sure some people might don't like to walk. They may prefer Kamamas, right? And
Yeah.
then we have a small population of Valorant players, right, in our Discord as well. Recently, we do have XC Origin just started season 1, and then we have a few pro players for XC Origin grinding up their way to the top 100. I think we have
Okay.
about 2-3 players in the top 200 at this point. Yeah, yeah, we're going competitive, man. Not staying at the bottom of the leaderboard nowadays.
Well, yeah, I love how we're bringing in those pros. It's the same thing. I'm going to talk to Claire, but maybe we can find some runners from one of the professional running groups and put them in the walking community.
Yeah, definitely.
Very cool. Well, a lot of people are asking about the second code. We gave the first code pretty early tonight. We're sort of holding out and giving the second code, right at the end. Matthew, let's just swing back to you. Obviously, I think this is a great move. You can see the excitement from Guestin, myself, and the community. I think a great move, great investment to find Castle Crush.
Sorry, was there a question?
I said, yeah, I just said a great.
Was I supposed to give the second code?
Oh,
Sorry, I was
do
a
you
bit
want to
confused.
go? Do you want to go ahead and give the second code?
Oh, I mean, yeah, sure. Sorry, I was a bit confused there.
No, it's
But
okay.
yeah, second code is hashtag Parthians. I'm not sure if the hashtag is supposed to be there, but yeah, Parthians.
Yeah.
You
Make
got to
sure
put the hashtag.
Hashtag Parthians. All right, that's the code.
No, what I was saying, Matthew, is I was just complimenting you on the big investment. Obviously, this is a project that, like I said, Guestin and I, like, we've gotten pretty obsessed with already. And I think it's going to be a great one to bring, new gamers into our group. And then obviously also deploy, people that are already with us.
Exactly. I mean, that's the entire aim of why we try and invest in huge games with huge potential. So yeah, let's hope it goes well. I'm really excited for it.
Very cool. Well, we held out Guestin on the end until that code.
Yeah, it's good. I think our views are good, and I really like to thank our community, right? I think recently we had a boom in the Spanish community. I
Yep.
think we have about 30 plus Venezuelan applying to be Camel scholars, Walken scholars.
Yeah,
I
muchas
think
gracias por tu apoyo. No, it's great. It's great to see the community growing. I mean, really, Guestin, like you hit it on the nail. And I think it's one of these things too, where once you get into one of the groups, maybe you're a Spanish speaking person and you got into the Castle Crush group, right? Well, then all of a sudden you see the walk-in group or you see the Karmaverse, it's cool to see how it brings people together.
Yep.
So. Awesome. Matthew, thank you so much again for coming in tonight.
No problem. Thanks, Chris.
Appreciate your time. Great, guys. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in to Happy Hour number 18. If you're not subscribed to the PathDAO YouTube channel, I don't know what you're doing. Hit the subscribe button. Make sure to follow us. We got some really cool content coming up. We've had some really good AMAs the last couple of weeks. So if you guys are hearing, for example, about walking for the first time tonight and you want to go back and you want to hear us talk you know, to the two founders. We did an AMA with them a couple weeks ago. Genopets also. Claire mentioned that earlier, like guest, and that's going to be a really exciting one. So we did an AMA with them, some good information there. But yeah, please follow the PathDAO YouTube channel. And as Geston said, thank you to everyone in the community for listening.
Thank you, everyone.
Take care, guys.
Have a great day. Bye-bye.